Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is my team selection video for FPL game week 8 and I have activated my wildcard because of those postponements. So without further ado, we'll just get right into it. So I'm going with Newcastle double up at the back. I'm going with Pope, who will be coming up against Bournemouth, Fulham and Brentford, and is priced at 5.1 million. So Pope is actually conceding more than 4 shots per game, but these shots are predominantly from outside the box, which means that goal conceding potential of Pope is much lesser, and they have been defensively solid, which makes him a very attractive proposition in my team. Then it's Trippier, who is priced at 5.3 million right now, I think. So I've got him in game week 7 deadline instead of Robertson at 5.2 million. So Trippier has got that great potential of getting bonus points because he's on free kicks and also plays quite high up the field and has that ability to deliver good crosses, and has already scored a direct free kick, and I think he's also on the corners, so he's just a machine for those bonus points. And in the team where I won't own any Liverpool assets, I think especially Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think he's gonna be key player in my team, and I think he's gonna wrap up great points in this fixture run. Then there was a talk that Cancelo is not providing that attacking potential, and I quite agree to it to some extent. But as we saw in the Champions League, he played as a right back because Kyle Walker was injured, and so I think he will play as a right back again in the Premier League too, and I quite fancy him in that right back position rather that left back position. I think it quite suits him in attacking prowess, and I think even though the fixture run is not so easy, I back him to get attacking returns and Man City to keep clean sheets. Then it's Ivan Perisic, who again played and started in that fullback position for Tottenham against Sporting and lost 2-0, but I think he plays almost as a winger in that fullback position for Tottenham, and I watched that whole game and I think he and Emerson Royal were their main threats. He plays very high up the field and provides those excellent crosses. His crossing is just world class. If Kane would have gone on end of that 1 or 2 crosses, I think he would have scored, and Perisic would have got attacking returns in the Champions League too. So his fixture run is not quite that easy. He's got Leicester, Arsenal, Brighton, Everton and Man United in his next 5, but still I would like to go with him even though he's a slight rotation risk. So moving on to midfield, I haven't gone with Mohamed Salah even though he scored against Ajax. I think Mohamed Salah still is playing out wide and not more centrally. I think he's still touching the wingers line, that is outside line, and I think that reduces his goal threat. He's getting less number of touches in the box. He did get some chances against Ajax, but he only scored 1, which was a mistake from that Ajax centre backs. I think because of the other players like Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, Salah has been turned into a creator rather than the goal scorer, and at that 13 million price range and also the fixture he's got, I don't think it's worth going for him. So I've instead opted to go for Kevin De Bruyne, who has been in scintillating form this season too, and with Haaland up front and the fixtures that they have, I quite fancy him over Salah and also Heung-min Son. So the problem with Heung-min Son is Heung-min Son and the other attacker who starts is playing pretty close to Kane in that forward line, and which leaves spaces for Perisic and Emerson Royal. So it's pretty congested at the center of the pitch, that's what I mean to say. And if Kane has an off game, then I don't think their attack works. So it's better to go for their fullbacks and Kane rather than going for say Son, Kulusevski and Richarlison, because the system they play hamper the attacking potential of the other attackers, the likes of Son, Richarlison and Kulusevski. It doesn't mean that they won't get any attacking returns, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is that Emerson Royal, Perisic and Kane have got the greater potential to get attacking returns in that Spurs side. So yeah, I'm not going with Salah or Son, I'm going with Kevin De Bruyne. So this is where I made a mistake. So the moment I heard that Arsenal's Europa League fixture has been postponed, I thought their Premier League fixture was definitely gonna be postponed. That's why I transferred out Martinelli and I lost 0.3 million of my team value. But it wasn't postponed and I had to take him in again at 6.5 million. So that was quite damaging to my team value. So I think Martinelli has been the best winger in the Premier League at the start of the season, and I think he'll get attacking returns against Brentford, and so I've gone with him. Then it's gonna be Andres Pereira who will be coming up against Nottingham Forest. So he's only in for this game, and I think Nottingham Forest have been the worst defense in the league, and I quite fancy him in this game. And then it's gonna be Bailey, who I know doesn't start regularly for Aston Villa, but their fixtures are too juicy. They have got Southampton, Leeds, Nottingham Forest in his next three. So other alternatives for Bailey for me in this team are Paqueta, but I've just opted to go for Bailey as it saves some value in my bank and it makes it easier for me to shift to Mohamed Salah or Trent Alexander-Arnold in the later game weeks. So I do think Kane is a great option. I think he's a potentially better captaincy pick in game week 8 and also in game week 11 where Liverpool face Man City, whereas Kane will be coming up against Everton. So the only reason I haven't got him is that I do think it's quite easy to bring in Salah even if we go with Kane, but I think it's difficult to bring in both Salah and Trent if we go with Kane. I think that will definitely need taking hits and I don't think that's good, and I think getting a premium midfielder instead of Kane is more flexible and provides you with that easy path in getting both Salah and Trent. So I've gone with Kevin De Bruyne. Then obviously up front it's gonna be Erling Haaland. I don't think I need to talk much about him. Then it's gonna be Mitrovic, who has been fixture proof already in that difficult run that they had at the start of the season, and his fixture run is very good from this point onwards. He will be coming up against Nottingham Forest in next game week, that is game week 8. So I think he's a must have in everyone's wildcards drafts, so I'm going with him. Then it's Isak, who I'm not sure to go for because I think when Wilson is back he won't be on penalties. I think Wilson will be the penalty taker for Newcastle and we don't really know how they are gonna line up. Is it that both gonna start up front or is it that Isak is gonna play off Wilson? So that remains to be seen, but right now his fixture list is quite good. So he's got Bournemouth, Fulham and Brentford, so I think I would definitely go for him for that 3 fixture run. Then I would transfer him out for lowest budget striker and upgrade I think Trent Alexander-Arnold in my defense. So right now these are my plans, but I can quite easily go for Tony or Watkins as my third striker. Then on my bench it's Ward, then it's James, who I think is a must have in this fixture run because Graham Potter will set them up very nicely and I think he will play in that full back position again, and I think he's gonna be main attacking threat from that defense in the league, so I think he's a must have. Then Maddison, even though Leicester City have been poor, I think Maddison has been performing since last season. He is getting consistently attacking returns, so after this game week 8 fixture I think his next 5 fixtures are quite good and I think he's a must have again in that midfield. Then I've gone with Fofana, who is priced at 4.4 million, and as I said earlier I think Chelsea will be solid at the back in hands of Potter and I think Fofana will start, and at 4.4 million a regular starter for a top 4 possibly top 6 side is quite a good pick. So other replacement or other players that I'm looking for in place of Fofana are obviously Emerson, who is priced at 4.0 million, and again West Ham United have got great run of fixtures, so I might also go for him. So that leaves me with 1.5 million in my bank. So I've also made an alternative draft that I might go for. Let's just quickly take a look at that. So in this draft I have downgraded Trippier to I think Williams and upgraded Bailey to Paqueta, who I think is going to be a great signing for West Ham United, and also upgraded Isak to Watkins. In both these drafts I have worked out by getting Trent Alexander-Arnold in game week 12 and Salah in game week 13 against that Nottingham Forest. So I think both these drafts are really good and give you that option of getting both those premium assets in game week 12 or game week 13. So do let me know guys what you guys think of these drafts in the comment section below. Also let me know if you have activated your wildcard chip for game week 8. If not, how many hits you have taken or not. And also if you have any questions related to game week 8, mention those in the comment section below. And please do like the video, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get timely notifications whenever I upload the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Good luck for game week 8.